Space, the final frontier. And it's filled with anthropomorphic animals.
Hi everyone and welcome back to RetroView, the show where we dive into some of the best and worst retro games out in the universe. On today's episode, we're taking a look at Star Fox for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Good luck. In 1993, Star Fox, also known as Starwing, was developed and released for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. The game was directed by Katsuya Iguchi and developed by Nintendo and Argonaut Software, who also assisted with Stunt Race FX, Croc, The Legend of Gobos, and the creators of the Super FX hardware that was used and showcased in the SNES Star Fox. Super FX, codenamed Super Mario FX, or Mario, mathematical, Argonaut, rotation, input, output, was a coprocessor that helped render 3D polygon graphics and to enhance and render advanced 2D effects. Fun fact as well is that all the processors produced had Mario's name written all over them. The concept for Star Fox originated and was inspired by the fox deity, Inari Okami, shrine Shigeru Miyamoto used to visit. The shrine is accessible through various arches, which would give the idea for arches Fox would fly through in the final game. Set in the distant future in the Lilat system, an evil mad scientist named Andros has sent out a full-fledged attack on Corneria in the Lilat system after being banished. As a last line of defense, the Star Fox team must make their way to the planet Venom and save each planet on the way from Andros' forces of evil. What's really special about the story in Star Fox is the fact that you can take on 3 different versions of the narrative through the different pathways to Venom. This would come back in future titles of Star Fox, which really helps this rail-based shooter franchise stand out from the rest. Like any great space-based story that came before and after, Star Fox is an epic galactic adventure through the different planets of the Lilat system on a quest to vanquish the evil that corrupts it. Star Fox on the SNES is a rail-based shooter where the player controls Fox's spaceship, the R-Wing, through each world of the game that the Star Fox team is trying to liberate. The gameplay is pretty simple as the R-Wing is always in motion. All the player has to do is fire off the ship's lasers and bombs to attack the enemy while also dodging and barrel rolling away from the enemy's attacks on a simple X and Y axis. The most unique thing about the Star Fox franchise is the ability to take different routes on and to different planets throughout the game. The original allowed the player to choose between 3 different paths to the end objective. This ranged from the easiest level difficulty path, to the normal level difficulty path, and the hardest level difficulty path to vanquish the evil Andros from the Lilat system. Each path has their own planets, different enemies, and bosses to destroy. Alongside a point system and a level completion bar, these different aspects to the gameplay helped give Star Fox a replay value which even most games today don't have. One of my favorite parts of the Star Fox franchise are the levels that allow the player to fly the R-Wing in the first person view. It really gives the player that immersion that you're in the cockpit of the ship flying through space. I wonder if this game counts towards actual in real life flying experience. I think I'll take a flying. Star Fox on the SNES consisted of 53 tracks/sound bites and was composed by Hajime Hirasawa. This galactic space-based game came packed with an intense futuristic soundtrack. Tracks like Corneria, the boss of Corneria, Course Clear, Titania, and Sector Y. Are all great examples of the futuristic feel Hajime brought to the first installment. Even from the title screen, you're sucked right into the aesthetic of Star Fox. Other than a few exceptions though, there's only a handful of tracks I could see myself listening to more than once. It's definitely got some heavy hitters like Corneria and Titania, but I definitely enjoy listening to a soundtrack from The Legend of Zelda, Donkey Kong Country, or Pokemon more. For Star Fox though, the soundtrack fits the game really well. In the original Star Fox, the 6 main characters consisted of Fox McCloud, Falco Lombardi, everyone's favorite Star Fox character by far, Slippy Toad, Peppy Hare, General Pepper, and Andross. One of my favorite aspects of Star Fox is the interactions between the different pilots and characters. From helping out Peppy get away from an enemy to stealing Falco's kills, the dialogue and banter throughout the game is really something special and helps flesh out the narrative. As any good franchise does, the cast of characters would expand in later titles to flesh out the world, but the first title on the SNES kept it simple. Probably due to hardware limitations, but you probably already guessed that. Outside of the original games and older consoles, the Star Fox series has been pretty dormant over the past couple of years, minus the 2016 titles Star Fox Zero and Star Fox's inclusion in Ubisoft's Starlink in 2018. Personally, I've never really played a Star Fox game outside of Star Fox 64, and again, there hasn't been anything in recent years to try out, so it was nice to explore the original game where the franchise began. Overall though, I retro-liked this first installment into the Star Fox franchise. Thank you so much for watching this deep dive into Star Fox and the 3rd episode of RetroView. If you want to know all the RetroView rankings, check out the short in the description down below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button and notification bell to never miss a future live stream or video. Smash that like button and share this video around. See you guys in the next episode.